Hey guys, it's Cassie. I am organizing my pantry today. We live in a double wide, and for those of you who live in mobile homes, pantries are usually like a door and a few shelves. However, one of the biggest selling points about this house was its walk-in pantry. So let me just show you. Okay, here it is. It is the shape of an L. It is a mess right now because I'm in the process. We just got all the rest of the shelves that I feel like I'm gonna need in this space. I've pretty much utilized everything, but it's taken me a couple years to get all of this. However, I'm mostly just focusing on this today. This is Elfa Shelving from the Container Store. We have one semi-locally. It was probably about a 45-minute to an hour drive from here, which in Texas is local. But I am reorganizing more or less from the shelf down. I started pulling stuff out before I remembered I wanted to film this. So that whole shelf was like snacks and cereals for my kids. I have 4 kids, so, you know, lots of that kind of stuff. And then on the bottom there, I'm going to have buckets of like my grains. I grind my own grain. I don't know if you saw that. That is a grain grinder for wheat. And then a Bosch machine. A lot of people have KitchenAids. That's a Bosch machine, which is similar to a KitchenAid. Anyway, so I do a lot of cooking at home, and so those tubs hold things like sugar, salt, my grains that I grind, chocolate chips, like anything I bake with or cook with. So I think what I want to do, and I'm going to pretty much figure this out like as I go, but I bought some more. I don't know who is familiar with Elfa, but the shelving is movable. Like you see all the like vertical holes. The shelving can be adjusted, and you can add different elements. Like this is a sliding spice drawer. I ordered a bunch of tubs on sliders like this for snack foods, and so that's what I'm adding into this space for these things instead of having these buckets. And I'm going to put them lower so my kids can access them. I know some of y'all are like, why would you want your kids to access them? Don't you want them up high? My oldest is 8, and so, well, almost. And it's actually kind of nice being able to send him to get snacks for everybody rather than doing it myself. So now that I've got a slightly older kids, I am moving them down so they can access them and divvy them out to their younger siblings. My son's right here and he's all excited about that. I told him I was filming, so he's being quiet. But he's over there doing like fist bumps and stuff because he's excited about the snacks being lower. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Elfa. Just saying. Probably saw, it took me a second to figure these out. They were slightly different than the roller system for the drawer, the spices that I had, and for some reason I had a hard time figuring it out. But I promise you, the system is actually really nice, and it is easy. It's my first time dealing with that particular thing. So now I'm just gonna put the drawers in, and they just rest in, and you dump your food in, or place it in, however you want to do it. Okay, so there are 3 drawers done. I bought 6. Now I just need to kind of think about how I'm going to utilize the space with all the different elements, because I still have extra shelves and 3 more of these, so I just gotta do a little figuring. For those of you who have ever organized, which is probably most of you, it takes some, like, when you organize, you like do it and then you undo it and you redo it. You might do that 3 or 4 or a dozen times before you figure out what exactly you want. So that's what happened. I think I have decided to put the drawers at the very bottom, the 6 of them, for the snacks. So I'm not anticipating the food coming above the level of the drawer, but we'll see. And again, I have these things up for the next shelves. But that's the beauty of the Elfa Shelving, is you can change them any way you like, and they're completely flexible. And I love it. It just, you have to think through it. So that's what it takes. beautiful. Okay, I did all the thinking off video, and I think I have the shelves at least the way they work right now. Okay, so I've got my buckets on the bottom, the 3 tubs, which I was kind of testing to see if they fit certain things. These will be where a lot of our snacks go, maybe a few other odds and ends if I just have empty space. And then I have my spices. This is where my cereal and pancake mix and oatmeal, basically breakfast stuff right here. And then because they're so tall, it's a pretty big gap. Then these 2 shelves are relatively narrow, or short, I guess. But I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to organize it yet. But I've got like my baking stuff here. These are actually extra spices. I'm going to have to relabel that. But these are like the ones I use the most. I'm going to need to go through those again because I use different spices than when I first organized these. But those are actually all my extra spices. I shop at Costco. So all of y'all who shop at Costco, you know that everything is in bulk. So all of my bulk spices are up here that I refill these with. This is the setup for now. And I'm just gonna see if everything fits. User error. I did not install the runners all the way. They like click at the very end and I hadn't pushed them hard enough. So the drawers, a couple of them fell out as I was putting weight in them. So yeah, make sure you install it correctly. My kids live, off of these. So we buy them in bulk. I bet if I organize them, I could get more. I might do that in a minute because this is what they look like. So if I I don't know, I have several boxes to put in there. So if I maybe lined them up, I might get them all to fit. Or stacked them. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do that later. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I think I like it, but I'm gonna finish. I have a little bit of organizing to do with these shelves to pull things to put over here that I want, and then I'll just show you all the finished product. I think for now, I'm done. My boys helped me organize these drawers here. We have tons of fig bars, so they like stacked them all nice and neat. But these are all the snack drawers. Then we've got my cereal and oatmeal and pancake mix spices. These are an assortment of things up here, things for like yogurt, so dried fruit, my honey and maple syrup and stuff, baking things, and then just the odds and ends that I could find that fit in that narrow space. My teas, a couple of boxes of brownies, and then the 2 things of spices. So I think for now I'm good. I cleared up some space in the rest of there's like a couple of gaps, and when I first started organizing this, I just threw things on shelves. So I'm definitely not done, but it is looking much better. I've gotten things off the floor, which I didn't point out earlier, but you might see in a previous part of the video, there was just stuff everywhere. My husband is going to be very excited because he hated having things in the walkway. So I at least did that. So if nothing else, if he can't find anything in this pantry, he will at least be happy about the fact that we have floor space to walk. So 1 for 2, perhaps. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I hope this was inspirational in some way and not too terribly chaotic. It was my first video, so thanks for bearing with me.